Was it 3? 2 or 3? What does the scripture say? 2? Then others? So the one who had 1, what did he do? He said, "It's better than me."
Kept it safely.
He kept it safely. And what did the master say when he returned? You would have thought that because of keeping, you would have been treated well, but actually, it was the other way around. But then the one who had 2, and the one who had 5, what did they do? They invested and they multiplied the talents that they had. Now, growing up, we or I would look at this guy and say, "Hey, he can do all things." When it comes to academics, he's there. When it comes to music, he's there. When it comes to sports, he's there. When it comes... But then it's one thing to have those things and to keep them safe. And we know that in our economy, it's not easy to break through. The obvious line usually is to read and then make money. So he did the reading with his statistics and finished, got his degree, but at the same time used what God gave him naturally, and the heights that he's reached, the rest of us look and marvel. So that's one thing to say about him in that context. But in terms of the context of mine achieving or doing what I have done, I first went in 2004 and then came back, worked at Makerere Hill as a Makerere Hill was as a worship leader. And then when I went back in 2008, I remember after doing 3 years there as a youth pastor, in 2010, I was contemplating, do I come back home? Because of course it seems easier here, the weather is better, the food is better, the people are there. If you have money, those who have traveled, I can see lots of them there. When you have life is here. These days, when you're even traveling back, there's no need to bring things because they're everywhere. But I remember at different points, at that point in 2010, and even later, I was saying to Mike, I said, I think I should come back. And what was his line? He said, no, stay there. Stay there. He said, when you come back here, what are you coming to do? If God has called you to be there, you stay there. So in terms of one person who has pushed and said, stay there, it's this guy. So I want to say thank you. And I said as I was growing up, I was looking up to James, and I still do look up to James, but also at the same time, you're challenged by your younger siblings. And sometimes you think I don't look up to the young one, but actually I look up to him big time.
Baba wange James mutunuulira njagala mbeerenga naye naye ne muto wange ono ansomoozezza nnyo.
So let's say thank you to Michael.
Era naye njagala omwebaza mu maaso gammwe ankoze bulungi.
And then this is my baby sister Dina. She's Dina, named after our granny, the VIPs, you know.
Dina ye mugalande waffe era erinnya yalijja kujjajjawe.
For her, she could choose surnames. At one point, she was using Granny's surname. Then at one stage, she thought, "Now I'll use Daddy's surname." So she uses Daddy's surname. His last forms. They are loved, and she's not here on her own. Her husband Wagner is there. Give us a. Okay, we give our calls. We keep them in their place. We don't, yeah. So he's right there. Very talented and gifted people. Dina has been an encouragement to me in so many ways.
Dina mpadde amaanyi mu ngeri nnyingi nnyo.
When I was younger, obviously, when we were young, there's a lot practically.
naye ng'ate mukozi bulungi.
So all these people here, these are my siblings and I love them so much. So allow me to say thank you to God.
Bano be baganda bange era njagala mbeebaze mu maaso gammwe n'okwebaza Katonda.
And I'll allow them to stay here while I invite one more. Let me just see whether that list.
Kankebere ku lisiti yange ndabo baba bakyaliyo.
Yes, okay. So, Isabella, please.
Isabella.
One is it? Yeah. Now,
Bana mukube ku ngalo.
my name is Sam.
Nze amanya gange nze Sam.
This is Liz.
Ono ye Lizi.
Her husband is also called Sam.
Ne mwami we naye bamuyita Sam.
He's a reverend, but the key thing is the surname. Eh? So me, I'm Reverend Sanya. He's Reverend Wako.
Kati naye mwami we naye mwawule bamuyita omwawule Wako.
So I just had to invite her in case you're thinking this is my wife.
Njagala naye mwanjule.
My wife is called Rachel.
Mukyala wange ye ayitibwa Rachel.
And we have a daughter called Hannah.
Era tulina omwana bamuyita
They were
Hannah.
supposed to have come with me,
Nabadde nsuubira nti bana.
but then Hannah's passport was not valid for 6 months, so they stayed.
Naye ne kitasoboka.
But the next time we come, will be all.
Naye oluddako ngenda kujja.
But I've invited Liz up because Liz and Sam have been friends of ours out there in the UK.
Liz n'omwami we Sam batuyambye nnyo era babadde mikwano gyaffe
When
mu Bungereza.
you find foreign land, you hunger for people and friends that you know, people that you can speak to and understand where you are, people that you can laugh with and joke with and just be and call them and say, Jemuri, that kind of thing. You want people like those, and they're not very many, but these guys have been there for us.
Batubeereddewo nnyo eyo ku mawanga era bwe tubeera nabo tuwulira nga tulina abantu be tusobola okwogera nabo bulungi.
So I want to say thank you to Sam in his absentia, but to Liz here and to the children. Luke, give us a wave, Luke. That's Luke.
Mutabani wange bamuyita Luke.
And Matthew, hi Matthew.
Ne Matthew.
There's Matthew. And Abigail.
Ne Abigail.
Give us a wave, Abigail. Abigail is my goddaughter, so she's there. But we thank God for these lovely friends, and that's what the family of God is. We have blood family, but we have spiritual family. That's how complete it is.
Olw'emikwano egy'emyoyo gy'atuwadde.
Now, I think I have one more here.
Ndowooza wakyaliyo mwakyasiga.
How much more time do I have?
Nkyalina obudde bwenkanawa.
Just 50. Oh! Good. Yeah, okay. So, the other category I have is this. When you're in Africa, we say it takes a whole to raise a child, doesn't it?
Mu Africa tuga nti omwana taba bw'omu abeera wa kyalo kyonna.
So you usually have, yes, the church family, but growing up I can see there's some of you here who have been aunties and uncles.
N'ababasenga, abamaama, bakojja.
Some of you knew us before we were formed in our mother's womb.
Abamu ku mmwe mwatumanya nga tetunnaba na kuzaalibwa.
You knew our parents and you knew all those
Bazadde baffe mwalimu nga bamanyi.
So I won't mention all your names, but there's some people that
Sijja kwatula amannya gonna, naye waliwo ab'enkizo.
There are people like our you can almost call them, that's my personal doctor. You know me, Auntie Irene.
Nina Auntie Irene. Musawo wange.
When I was growing up, I had very bad asthma, and those who know the story know the story.
Nalwalanga nnyo nga ndi muto.
Looking forward to the night wasn't really fine.
Era nga nsibwa bubi naddala ekiro.
The day was wonderful, but the night was hard work with asthma. It was hard. But Auntie Irene was there, and those days there were no mobile phones, so you can imagine how quickly she'd respond, and she was there. We all have many stories that we can tell of the goodness, and I'm sure some of you can testify to the goodness. Then I have my Mwejesa here. You know who Mwejesa is? Yeah? Mwamba Mwejesa. No? Yes. a teacher. When I had Sunday school teachers, I had primary school teachers, and then I had a teacher. When I went to St. Lawrence, Creamland, after I finished Makerere College, my grades couldn't take me back. These are realities. We don't hide those things. They couldn't take me back. So I went to St. Lawrence, Creamland, and I spent 2 weeks there, and I thought, I'm not sure this place measures up to Makerere College. I need something else. So I wrote a letter to Daddy, and then somehow we came back, and then we went to this school that this Mwejesa had established. And when we went to this school, who came and saw that school when I was taken? Was it Dina or Esther? Did you? It wasn't the most attractive school to go to. It was in a hill, but most of what sold it for me was the vision of it. So for me, when I went there, it was still, no windows. I think I even got jiggers. Because yes, there were, isn't it? It was dust everywhere. You sleep in there, and our dining room, we were cooking with firewood, and it was the same as the prep room. And the whole school, we had 42, about 42 at that point. I think I was number 40, about on the right. But now it's comparing that school to Creamland, and somehow the vision that this Mwejesa sold, somehow it stayed in me, and I went, and that became my school, and ministry kind of started there, and now I'm here because of Migadde College. So that's Mr. Simwe. Can we honor Mr. Simwe? And Jomo can testify to the same. He also went through Mr. Simwe's hands. And is there anybody else who has gone through Mr. Simwe's hands? There you go. And for others it might be teaching, for others it might be business. He inspires in many ways. So now you know when you finish those thank yous. How do you say thank you to God? You have to stand up and sing. So I'm going to invite these guys to play what they're not expecting to play. So Michael is going to be on either the guitar or the keyboard. Test one of those. Now, the Muko in this context becomes a church member, so he becomes on the drums. And then some of those people who I mentioned, if you want to come and join us here, you can. Are there some microphones? You can stay there and dance. You can just Now these guys here think that I'm going to do what we planned. They don't know that I've caught them out. So this is what we do as preachers. You know where you're going. You don't say all of it. You say a little bit and you leave them there. So I'm going to invite some of you to come up and join me here. If there are some of those people that I mentioned, like Mr. Simwe, can come and join me on the stage. Kathy, are you there? Who's coming? Isabella? When good day are. Please, if you come on stage, that would be wonderful. So you grab a mic and feel comfortable. And you can stand up, because what I'm going to sing, I'm sure you know. Before I was ordained, somebody said to me, they said, now you've been doing music and worship. Do you think that when you become a reverend, whatever you do, don't lose the music? I said, I like. So if there's somebody who can manage that guitar, please do. There's a spare microphone there. One. There's a spare mic there. In D. And if you find some space, do find space if you have space. You know, I'm going to challenge you because in our heads we think that the English people or the people with collars like this can't sing and praise God.
Ngenda basomooza ku bantu